is Seyi. I'm a nutrition consultant and I also double as a weight loss expert. By the grace of God, I'm the CEO of Dowlan Concepts, where I work as a lead consultant. Basically, we are very much interested in people's health. We just want to be sure that our countrymen and women are healthy. And we've seen that the way we can achieve this is by sensitizing people and letting them know more that they can actually live healthy by taking natural food substances. That's what we believe. We believe in people taking natural food substances without having you to spend your fortunes on supplements and all that. If you take this food well, we are sure that you can be healthy by God's grace, because God wants everybody to be healthy. It means that we all hands have to be on deck. That's just the point. Because we just add of the sniper thing. It's not as if we don't have some of those things also happen on the ground and people really don't know about it. It's just that we got to know about the sniper thing. But what my take is that the government should put more effort into sensitization, let people understand the implications of what they are doing, particularly the farmers, and let them understand that you are not just you are endangering people's lives when you use chemicals like that, and for crying out loud, there are better preservatives, natural methods by which you can use to preserve whatever food products that you have. So the government should intensify effort, the Ministry of Agriculture should intensify effort to tell people, they should orientate people, there should be some sensitization, some campaign to let people understand the right way to preserve their foods, and to also let the populace know, how to know the ones that are actually sniper preserved food. Let me use it that way. So I'm just using sniper for instance. So that's just what I think people should do. Then I think I began to understand recently that we don't really have a pesticide policy. People really do not know how to, the essence of using chemicals for preservation is just to kill pests, and all that around their farm produce. But if people are sensitized properly on the kinds of, things to use, and particularly natural things that can be used that will not necessarily cause harm to people, I think it's fine. I just believe that there should be a very, very massive campaign around this. People should know how to detect foods that are laden with chemical preservatives, and the farmers should also be sensitized properly and all of that. I think with that we should be able to nip this crisis in the bud. Foods getting preserved with chemicals actually came to limelight a couple of years ago. So I said that to say that even before we had all these issues of foods being preserved, you definitely would know, we definitely were taking foods that were not preserved with chemicals before. So one of the ways you can get to know is through the taste. When you taste foods that are preserved with chemicals, you can be able to tell the difference. And I want to also say that people should be more vigilant. My wife bought some whites. I think somebody gave us some whites a couple of weeks ago, and we discovered that they used foreign nylon or something, and what we found in the rice was local. Local. There's nothing wrong with local, but we should be careful of adulteration. It still boils down to the fact that the government needs to wake up on this thing. These things are happening everywhere, but I believe that the government can put up policies and enforcement patterns. All these things can be nipped in the bud. Then, like I said, you need to taste the food. You need to, for a layman, first of all, you need to taste the food. Look at the color. The color too can tell you if this is chemicalized, if this is not. For instance, some foods, some people use all sorts of things like kava to wiping up food. You would know when you see the food that this one is something else. So those are some of the things we should we should look into. You know, one thing that we need to come to terms with, you know, in this part of the world is that we need to be very, very, should I say, we need to be very careful with what we take in. Unfortunately, because of our immune system, even when you take in things that are not too good, you still do not, you know, start feeling it, because the immune system still tries to fight it and all that. By the time you take water, you rest, it fights it off. It does not mean that it's not there, it's still there. And when you keep taking some of these things, you just find out that different parts, different organs in the body get affected. And that is what happens with chemicalized food, whether it is rice, it is whatever. The truth is that these chemicals, a lot of them, particularly when people are just there to make money, you know, not wanting to go to the normal channels to get their produce out, you still find out that these chemicalized products, whether it is rice, like I said, they cause deleterious effects on the body. We've heard that it's a lot of them cause lung infections, lung diseases. It affects the endocrine gland. You know, the nervous system is affected. Even cardiovascular, you know, system is affected. So we cannot afford to. And I'm even getting to know some of these things. A lot of these chemicals also trigger, you know, cancer in the body. So we that's what I'm saying, you know, that's what I'm saying. We need, you know, a policies that are fashioned out to meet these things on the board. You know, nobody's asking not to be entrepreneur. Nobody's asking not to. Just make sure that you are doing it within the ambit of the law, and you are not endangering people's lives, all because you want to make money. Like I said, because of the immune system, because of the millions of cells that God created us with, these things try to fight against all these things. But over time, we begin to find out that people start having, you know, incessant headaches. You know, when you consume chemicalized, for instance, you find children being hyperactive. You know, and majorly, some of these things are caused from the foods, all these colorings you have in foods, in the biscuits, in the sweets. And you might just say, mommy, sorry, I want to, you know, speak some Yoruba. Mommy, it's a lie. Mommy, it's a lie. The child is not being hyperactive, and so some of those things are not too good. You know, it comes with headaches, comes with fatigue. You're just so tired at times. These things have they have a way of affecting the body, because the body is not used to them. The body prefers you taking things that are natural. That's the way, and these things even get, they even get broken down faster. I'm talking about natural food substances get broken down faster by the body process, you know, and it's fine. And like I said, I keep saying it, there are other natural preservatives that can be used. If you want your food to stay for a longer time, you have the freezing, you have the lemon juice, you have salting. There are natural things you can use. You don't necessarily, there's even fermentation of these foods by themselves, that the product of fermentation, talk about lactofermenters now, it will just naturally, you know, prevent microbes from, affecting whether the taste, the texture, or the integrity of the food. So, what I wanted to say is that some of these things come up, the major thing about them, about, do you even know that some of these things can even cause obesity in people? Some of these chemicals, you know, and that's the length of what they can do. The best thing is stay away from them. Go for natural, and we've always said it. Natural alternatives, natural food substances. If you get your foodstuffs in bulk, they are even cheaper, you know, compared to. And if you also look at the health advantages, you're sure that you're not taking poison. You're sure that you're taking what is safe for you and for your family. What we do know is that rice it's a good food. I mean, it's good food because it supplies you energy, and we also get to have some minerals from rice. And majorly, what we must say is that, and okay, let me even come to one of the things that we do in our faith. We help people to flatten their tummy and lose exercise. And one of the things we recommend is rice. So I want to say that if Azyro Rice, as I've come to understand, is chemical free, it's a good one for people to take. It's a good one for you to take. Just make sure that you're taking it with vegetables. That settles it. So make sure you're taking your white vegetable more in the afternoon. Give it to your children. It helps you. Definitely, you're going to have easy bowel movements. Get to go to toilet regularly if you're taking this kind of rice, and also your blood sugar level will also be normalized. It will also be, fine when you are taking, rice, and your issues of having, excess weight will not come into play. Particularly when you are taking this Azyro Rice in the afternoon with vegetables. It's a good food, and I strongly recommend that you take it.